Yo, what's good, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Devon back in the flesh for another legendary video. Appreciate you guys coming through and showing your love and support. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you'll be always updated anytime a new video has been uploaded. Tonight's show, we're going into the nitty gritty, everything so saucy of going about AEW Dynamite for August 14th, 2024. More importantly, appreciate you guys. You guys are always appreciated as he's heading towards the road of 4,000 subscribers on YouTube. But let's go ahead and get into this actual show as everything was looking good. And more importantly, I always appreciate you guys. Tonight's show started off red hot with Hikaru Shida and an actual singles match against AEW TBS champion Mercedes Mone in a decent singles match. This match was decent as everything was a lot of back and forth with these ladies. It was smash mouth. I had a good time when it came to everything that was going on with the ladies. More importantly, it kept me invested with everything that was going on in tonight's showcase. But more importantly, the match ended when it came to Mercedes Mone was able to pick up the pinfall with the Mercedes Mone, the money maker, by retaining her AEW TBS championship. Things really picked up when it came to the post-match of everything that had transpired. When we had Dr. Britt Baker had made her actual entrance. Her music had ended up playing. Camille goes down to the ramp and then intercept before anything had occurred with the attack. But then they saw somebody in the crowd with a hoodie, with a Sting mask. Camille went on the offense to end up putting the snapmare and then putting the boots to the actual person. They ripped the mask off, and it was not Britt Baker. Britt Baker comes through the crowd and blindsides Mercedes from behind. She hits her with a front kick and then nearly takes her down as things actually progress. She was going to go for the lockjaw, but Camille was able to slide directly in the ring and actually prevent things from actually getting any further. And then, of course, second guessing, they ended up walking away as Britt Baker ended up holding up the TBS championship. And things broke down from there. Then we have an interview with Jay Lethal and his crew, along with Sanjay Dutch and Camp Jarrett. They talk about Jeff Jarrett taking offense to his characteristics on being a thorn in Hangman's side. More importantly, they talk about how Jay Lethal talked about how whatever Page has with Swerve, it's about them. And Hangman attacks and pulls Jay Lethal out onto the stage and then beats him down into the ring, into the match. Then we get ready for the actual singles match of Jay Lethal versus Hangman Adam Page, which was pretty decent. All about this match was smash mouth, but importantly, it kept me invested throughout the course of this match. The ending ended, it had a couple of commercials and everything in between when it came to this match, but this match really delivered when it came to singles action. Jay Lethal really opened up tonight, really pretty much was on his A game tonight when it came to everything that had transpired. Hangman Adam Page was able to pick up the victory by hitting that lovely buckshot and seal the victory by sealing that actual match. Then we get a recap of MJF. He's defending the AEW International Championship, or the American Championship, against Michael Oku in the UK at Rev Pro. They go through the whole entire highlights and the lovely video package to everything that had initially broke down. Then we get a video package from Osprey and MJF for All In, and then they end up going to the actual break. They come back from the commercial break, and then we get a promo from Pac. He's cutting the promo. He's mad about the number one contender about the AEW International Championship, which is in his right mind, which I feel that he has the right to when it came to what he was feeling about that. He says by going to the wayside, he doesn't like how he was treated like a bum, but more importantly, he doesn't like how he lost his ticket at Wembley. But he said it's okay because the winner of that actual match later at All Out, he'll be in that same arena where he beat Kenny Omega 5 years ago. So that match is going to be set up. So whoever wins between MGF and Will Ospreay are going to have their hands full maybe a week later, and they got to deal with Pac. Pac is somebody you do not want to sleep on, and I truly am admired by his athleticism. More importantly, he continues to keep me invested each and every single week. When it comes to the story of everything that continue to go on, when it comes to everything that's going on with MJF, along with Will Ospreay drama that continue to be elevated, you know you're not going to be highly disappointed whatsoever when it comes to everything that's going on with that actual things that's going on. Let's see. We got a couple folks coming through. It's always appreciated. Give a thumbs up, keep the algorithm up for this actual channel. More importantly, is always appreciated. I see my mom's always coming through, showing her love and support. She went ahead and give a thumbs up for this actual video. It's always appreciated for you always coming through and showing your love. More importantly, she's always been supportive of anything I do when it comes to either if it's a successful thing or even if it's here directly on live chat. But more importantly, she's always my biggest supporter when it comes to everything that I continue to do each on a weekly basis. Then we get to switching things, and then we get ready for Will Ospreay. Darby Allin, he cuts a promo about how he used to think about his end game. More importantly, he says that when it comes to the indie wrestler, he was making about $50 a night when it came to everything that was going on. He said AEW happened and that he heard about the signing of Jungle Boy while he was homeless in his car, which is something a lot of the talent really go through. They go through those hardships and those hard pains, and they really grind it out until they now officially make it big. When it comes to professional wrestling, it takes time, but he finally made it big, being in American television and becoming his own man. He also discussed that, telling that the places where the elite were just going to hire their friends, but he asked Jungle Boy if he added to AEW and says he's going to when it comes to All In. Darby makes his entrance to live crowd, and then a scapegoat Jake Perry blindsides him by chop blocking him directly at the knee. They end up getting into a scuffle. He beats him down, and then he takes him up to the back, and then the brawl continues as things continue to progress from there. They continue to fight between the road cases, and then Darby Allin ends up tripping him up. Perry falls down, and he throws a trash can at Darby Allin's head. They ramp up directly halfway up the garbage door, and Jack soars directly at him and takes control and closes the door on Darby Allin. He grabs a chain and added it, and even made an impressor. He yells at Allin about sacrifice, and then of course he wheels the road case around, and then he rams Darby Allin into security, makes a save. The situation could have got very, very interesting, could have got devastating, because we know how Darby Allin is. Darby Allin is known for taking all them crazy bumps. More importantly, it's always intriguing to see how he continues to handle himself, but this feud is really picking up towards us being 11 days away from All In. More importantly, it's going to be intriguing to see how they continue to develop the story, but this is going to be truly amazing when it comes to them being in London. More importantly, we know this two are going to scrap it out for that TNT championship. We come back from the commercial break. We got Mariah May. She comes out directly for her promo. She cuts the promo on Toni Storm, talking about how she vows last year to be learning from her mistakes. And it's all about Mariah. And one day people will ask her, whatever happened to Toni Storm? They're about both of them going to die. But Mariah May writes in her eulogy and goes from there. It was a decent promo. It was like the way how they did the little cinematic little setup for it with the different camera angles. And it's going to be interesting to see how that AEW Women's Championship really picks up. More importantly, I will be highly invested to see how things continue to transpire during AEW Dynamite, as well as the lead up towards All In when they actually get it on. When it comes to Mercedes, Mone having her bouts as well, and then Toni Storm and Mariah May doing everything. Then we get an interview from Mina Shikawa, Japanese star. Most people are not familiar with her, but she was aligned when it came to Toni Storm and Mariah May with everything that had been going on. She gets into an actual interview when it came to everything that had been initially going on. She says that she hasn't heard from Mariah and Toni, and she is shocked and heartbroken about what had happened. More importantly, she says she loved them both, but she won't be present when it comes to the winner. She just hopes nobody gets hurt, and she loves them both. Then we get ready for singles action. We have Kyle O'Reilly and Orange Cassidy versus Roderick Strong. This is a triple threat or a three-way when it comes to traditional indie wrestling matches. This match was smash mouth, a lot of back and forth. This was a lot of investment between all parties being involved. Things broke down when it came to Orange Cassidy picking up the pinfall with the crucifix pin on Kyle O'Reilly to earn the #1 spot when it comes to the Casino Gauntlet at All In. More importantly, just give him a chance to be an inch closer to become the AEW World Champion in the near future of whatever may happen between Swerve Strickland and Bryan Danielson. Renee Paquette, she's moderating a backstage face-to-face between Claudio and Okada. They have a decent interchange. They have a nice little conversation. Claudio goes about by saying that he feels like the Continental Championship was his to lose, and it hurt. But when he lost, but he won't be staying down for long. And this time he's going to bring the gold home. More importantly, Okada mocks and claps at Castagnoli, who is very passionate about what he felt. But he is the greatest tournament wrestler of all time. He said he respects him when he wins at Cardiff. More importantly, he leaves, and then Claudio says that he doesn't want the elite lackey, that he wants the Rainmaker. And a guy who wants 4 G1s. More importantly, he says in a Wells, Okada will have 99 problems, and that be as one. Then they initially go to their actual commercial break, and things actually break down from there. See, we have a few people coming through. Appreciate you guys always showing your love and support. Got a few folks over from Twitter as well as YouTube and Facebook. All my actual platforms are open for this live. More importantly, I appreciate you guys coming through and showing your love and support. If you're a true fan of professional wrestling, or if you aren't, if you're just swinging by, feel free to just give a like up. Gets the algorithm up so it actually branches out to people who like professional wrestling. More importantly, it will help them to guide to my channel, and we can chop it up and talk professional wrestling for this live edition. They come back from commercial break. We ended up having the patriarchy. They were being interviewed by Renee Paquette. Christian says that he's called the #1 contenders match a collision right down the middle, which was kind of funny from my own personal opinion. When it came to Christian, he delivered of being unbiased, but at the same time, it was hilarious how the things had concluded when it came to collision. When he speared pretty much everybody, pretty much landed down the road to a draw of a 10 count. Then things continue to transpire as it looks like we're going to have all challenges from all different directions, as the Bang Bang Gang, the Bullet Club Gold, as well as the House of Black are all looking to get their vengeance when it comes to the patriarchy. And as I quote, Christian Cage says he did call it directly down the middle, and it's on between House of Black and the Bang Bang Bang, and they couldn't answer the 10 count. He talked about being in the vehicle in the world title, and he's going to hold all the titles all at once. Nick Wayne is going to make an example out of Kip Sabian, and he takes the mic, and then, of course, Nick Wayne tells Renee to leave because he doesn't like her coincidence tone. He says that the patriarchy is the face of TBS. More importantly, now and forever. Kind of like a little dig at WWE. Then they kind of switch their things up. We have Tony Schiavone, who's in the ring, and he's telling Christian Virginia who doesn't want him here before introducing Hulk. Hulk admits that he wants to see out his left eye, but tells Chris Jericho that the problem that he tells him that he sees just fine right out of his right eye. And he's sick of his shit. More importantly, he wants the title back. And he wants it right here and right now for the FTW Championship. The Learning Tree ends up entering. I'm not a big fan of this actual group when it comes to Chris Jericho with the Learning Tree. It just have not kept me captivated or even interested when it comes to everything they have been going on. Chris Jericho smiles and he waves and he calls Hook stupid and a SOB. Even after being blind, he said he still wants to challenge the Learning Tree to a fight. More importantly, he said tonight Chris Jericho takes off his jacket and he gets all huff and puff. And he said, of course, he's not getting a fight tonight. It's not worth it more than it is time. And he says, but when it's worth its time, it'll be at Wembley. So the match is official. We get the FTW Championship of Hook versus Chris Jericho. We have the Rising Star Phoenix of being Hook taking on no other than a living legend of Chris Jericho, who has had made so many headlines of being a long-term legend in the business. And pretty much it's going to be interesting to see how this Smash Mouth match turns out. I see Hook probably most likely regained the championship. But it's going to be interesting because the learning tree is going to be involved as well as things continue to progress throughout this actual feud. We also got to wait for Samoa Joe to make his return too. I'll see him coming back as well to assist Hook with the learning tree as well as Shibata. But there's so many missing pieces that can come together when it comes to the Smash Mouth action. They go to a commercial break, and then when they came back, we had the tag team match of Max Caster and the Acclaim of Anthony Bowens and Max Caster. They're in tag team matches taking on the Young Bucks, the EVPs of Matthew and Nicholas Jackson for the AEW World Tag Team Championship. The Acclaim blindside the Bucks and they get things underway. This match was a lot of back and forth and it kept us invested. The fans were red hot for the Acclaim. They were highly invested when it came to everything that went on. But more importantly, the fans wanted to be involved and they really wanted the Acclaim to win this match. But unfortunately, things broke down when we ended up having a disqualification after things broke down when it came to FTR coming directly down as well. And things broke down to a melee brawl, which caused the Young Bucks to get the victory after FTR caused the disqualification. Things got more interesting when it came to the post-match. We ended up having security swarming the stage to keep FTR and Acclaim away from each other. More importantly, while the Young Bucks sauntered away, kind of like minding their own business, Renee Paquette ends up interviewing Chris Danielson backstage about the whole situation that has been going on with the tag team division. As a quote, he says that the tag team picture has been very, very complicated when it comes to everything that has been going on. He comes up with a simple solution when it comes to everything that has been going on with the actual drama. He says the FTR and the Acclaim will have a number one contenders match at Collision this following Saturday. Winner faces the Bucks at Wembley, so we get another rematch, which if things don't go according to plan, it's going to be a triple threat match. But it'll be interesting to see how the Young Bucks may fare because this may be their actual return to Collision. They haven't been there for a while after the whole drama of CM Punk being removed from AEW and leaving to WWE. More importantly, they came there just to do a little victory lap parade, like they got rid of him, like their witch is dead kind of little thing. But they haven't been back on Collision in a while. Brian Danielson, we get a respective package from him. Set to a good riddance by Green Day with a little pretty much in and outs of everything. And of course, he thanked Tony Khan when it came to the actual prelude and everything that he was feeling. He is shown in the front stage as he get ready for the main event of the night. It's Shane Swerve Strickland, the AEW World Heavyweight Champion, taking on Wheeler Yuta, one of the purest guys you can go, one of the technical strong style guys that you can have directly on the roster. Strickland and Wheeler Yuta went toe to toe. They went back and forth. This match really delivered when it came to everything that went on throughout the course of the actual night. More importantly, Wheeler Yuta did not give up in this match. This was a smash mouth match as you get. Fans were chanting, "This is awesome." So many other things that went under the sun when it came to the showcase of this match. Shane Strickland ended up winning via referee stoppage after Shane Strickland just really was on the offense and really did not let up when it came to Wheeler Yuta. He really just really to his own. He would just bullseyed him, just red zone directly on him, and really took advantage of things when it came to the match. Kind of like giving a little bit of heel tendencies. The post-match, Danielson rushes in to save the Prodigy, but Swerve walks off calmly as if anything and everything was calm, cool, and collective. He gets on the mic and he says last week that he showed us why he is the most dangerous man in AEW. More importantly, he says that he did to Wheeler, which is a taste of what he would do with Bryan Danielson at AEW Wembley Stadium. He's bringing his family. He asked him, right? Just like he manipulated Yuta in front of Danielson tonight. More importantly, he's going to give him the same in front of Bryan Danielson in front of his daughter in his last match. He's going to force him to retire by crippling him. And Swerve leaves and then goes from there. Danielson would take a check on Yuta, but he is blindsided when Swerve slides right to the ring and ends up hitting the lovely last call with that lovely kick. And then he drops Danielson on the ground. The show ends up getting ready to go to the ending credits, and he taunts Bryan Danielson by hitting that yes. Pretty much the catchphrase that has been with Bryan Danielson for the longest time and the longest tenure as he stand over his fallen body. Overall, the show was really great. You couldn't ask for anything better. I was invested into seeing how everything continued to captivate when it came to the actual storyline of this main event. More importantly, it continued to be more intriguing of seeing how things continue to pick up when it comes to everything that's actually is going on with them just in general. But I'd like to know from you guys' point of view, how were you feeling about everything that went on when it came to tonight's actual Dynamite? More importantly, what was your favorite match of the night? Feel free to chime down below. Don't forget to smash the like button to get the algorithm up for this actual video. It was a pleasure having you guys here for this actual live edition of AEW Dynamite. Until the next episode, I'll catch you guys later. Peace.